to another Stangosaurus vlog. If you are new to the channel, I am Gold Pony. This is Stangosaurus. Today we got a few things going on here. First, we will be finally installing the black emblems on this thing, dechroming this sucker because everything else on the car is already black besides the windows. I need to get them tinted, but besides that, we're going to be putting these black emblems on. Before that, got a few quick announcements I wanted to make for you guys. And so first off, some people have been asking me, will I be attending the call out on October 20th? The answer to that question is yes! Yes, I will, for a few hours at least. And so the way it's gonna work is on October 20th at Maple Grove Raceway. I think it's in Monton, PA. Never been there, but apparently it's only like an hour away from me, so I will be going. But the event does run from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. I will be there for approximately 3 hours from 11 to 2. And then I will be heading home because I got other things to do. With that said, I will not be racing though. I will be kind of just hanging out with people. Wanted to get to hang out with you guys, of course. Want to hang out with my man Xander13. Want to see Stang Mode hit 10s for the first time in the Black Mamba. And most of all, for 3 hours, I did not want to pay $100 to race, which is what it would be. So, little too steep, especially considering I'm only going to be there for a few hours. But anyways, I will be there. Second announcement I wanted to make is the week after that, October 27th, I will be attending Hunt Valley Cars and Coffee once again with my man Eli, your car guy. But now, before I get started on the emblems, one additional thing I wanted to show you guys. You guys probably remember I kept mentioning the alignment of the hood with the front bumper and how it wasn't matching up completely right. I took it to the Ford dealership, took it to a body shop, but ultimately in the end I went to YouTube and I found a fix myself. Let me show you guys in case you're having the same problem real quick. And so if you guys remember the problem, this corner over here was not matching up with this. The top of this hood here was actually a lot higher than this and it wasn't matching up and it was bothering me. So what I figured out, this little thing right here and this little thing right here were not completely even. So what these things actually do, you guys might be able to see the grooves on those things, they actually twist up and down. Therefore, to adjust the hood alignment, to make this hood come down a little lower and even it up a little bit, all I had to simply do was turn this to the right. If I wanted it to be a little higher, I would turn it to the left. And that is how I ultimately fixed the alignment issues, at least to the point where I was comfortable with it. I've come to the realization that nothing is ever going to be perfect. But anywho, that is now fixed, so I am happy for now. But what we are going to do next, since I already have the hood open, I'm going to have to leave it open for this first pony emblem I'm going to have to put in the front here. So let's get started. And so to start, since I have no idea what I'm doing, you guys, we're going to consult CJ Pony Parts. My man Bill here, he's going to tell us what to do. What do I do, Bill?
Tab to pop the emblem out. Now for 18, no, that's a little bit different.
All right, you guys, so it appears the first thing we're going to need to do is pop off all these little, we're going to call them doohickeys, and that'll get the cover removed, and then we're going to unlock some more doohickeys and push the radiator back here. You can see the radiators right there, but we're going to push that back, and that's going to allow my hand to get in here to pop this emblem off and then attach the new one. So, yeah, let's give it a shot. $10mm socket, by the way, if you guys are curious. And so you guys can see, without actually removing those bolts, there's no way I could have fit my arm hand up inside there. But with them removed, I can shove this back and definitely be able to get my arm in there. Although it's still going to be a little bit tight of a squeeze, but I can do it. Alright, you guys can see the battle wound there. You really do have to squeeze your arm down in there. So if you have bigger arms like my extremely strong self, that was a joke, you might have some difficulty and you might want to find somebody with a little smaller arms. But nonetheless, this one is off. Let's put the black one on. Alright, like I've seen in some other install videos of this thing, the problem always becomes, and this is a super easy fix, but that hole, if you guys can see it there, that hole is a little too small for this thing. It doesn't quite fit in there all the way. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to drill that a little bit to make it a little bit wider. And then this badge is going to fit on just a little bit easier for me. So I think we are going to do that now. And so now all I got to do is pull the red tape off of here. It's a double-sided sticky, and we're going to simply line up these 3 holes to the 3 holes on the pony emblem here, and this should work. I don't have any nails. Alright, so side note, CJ Pony Parts, when I ordered this, they did give me a few of these little metal things to put on the clips on the back side of this. Not sure if I'm going to put them on, because honestly, they weren't on there when I took the factory one off. I could try. I'll give it a shot. Alright, you guys, I got one of those little doohickeys on the back, but 2 and 3 were a little too difficult. I couldn't quite reach them. So we're going to go ahead and call it finished on this one. So black emblem definitely looks at home with the black stripe, and that is definitely the main reason I had to get these, because having a chrome pony match up with the black stripe just didn't look right. So now let's take out the tools once again and reassemble all this stuff, all these little plastic clips, and of course these big old bolts to hold the radiator in place, and let's move on to the side. Alright, you guys, and so in theory, the deal with the side emblems here is they are just supposed to simply pop off. So what we are going to do is use this tool. I didn't want to use anything metal, of course, because I don't want anything scratching up, but this should be able to get right under there. I'm going to actually heat this up with the heat gun first, or actually hair dryer, but after this gets nice and hot, this should be able to pry that right off. Hopefully there's not too much goo behind this thing that I'm going to have to scrub off, but there probably will be a little bit, but that's the theory. And then again, there's going to be 2 small little holes where I'm going to put the black emblems on, and that should pretty much fit right in there. So let's give it a shot. All right, so that was a lot of goo, you guys. I gotta be honest. And it is now completely gone. So next thing, these are side specific, by the way. So the little black knobby looking thingies in the back are gonna line up with the holes actually on the car there, but there are also little red dots here that come with this kit, and if I had a race red Mustang, maybe I would do that, but since I do not, and we are going for the black and green theme here, I think I am just gonna leave these black, which is how they come, so we're just gonna leave them all black there, and let's go ahead and put them on. All right, so yeah, I would definitely say they look better right at home on Stangosaurus. Gotta love the black. By the way, you guys, I will be getting the windows tinted eventually here. Just haven't got around to it yet. Probably, I'd say later this month, early next month. We shall say, but now let's do the other side. Alright, so there's one last emblem left. That is going to be the GT emblem, of course, but there are actually 2 ways to do this one. First way is the more complicated way. I take off this little sticky, I can take off this little sticky, and behind there's a couple bolts I have to disassemble. Then I can take this part off, and then I can assemble it kind of from the inside, but that seems like a pain in the butt. And there is another way. So that other way is kind of going to be just like we did the sides here. We're just going to simply probably heat this up a little bit and pry that GT emblem right off of there, and then replace it with the black one. So that is what I plan on doing, just for simplification purposes. And once again, the black emblem will match with the black stripe, and everything will be good. Let's go. Alright, you guys, it is done. GT emblem is finally on there. Took a little longer, honestly, than I expected for a freaking GT emblem in the back, but it turned out okay, so it's all good. By the way, Ford Mustang is no longer the Ford Mustang GT, it is the Ford Mustang CT. And so, but that is about it for this one, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Be sure to get your merch just below the video, actually, so feel free to do that. And I am actually super stoked. These things turned out pretty darn good, I gotta say, and I love that you don't actually have to put the little red thing on there, because I think it looks a lot better without it. At least on mine, if I had a race red Mustang, it'd be a different story. But with the need for green in the black, I love how the black just ties in with that black stripe, and that is why I did it, basically. And so overall, it didn't take me too incredibly long, maybe a couple hours, but Again, this is my first time ever doing this, so that's why it probably took me a couple hours, and there was a lot of goo behind those side emblems there that took me quite a while to get off, and that was probably the bulk of it. But either way, these emblems definitely turned out pretty darn good in my opinion. So again, thank you guys for watching my Ford Mustang CT. Be sure to like the video and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Stay gold. Will I be attending the call out on